Day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Houston Astros. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. All right, partner, ready to go? Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set, and today's starter, J.R. Richard. Chris, a pretty remarkable season on the mound for him.
Yeah, just a real solid season last year, finishing with a sub-2 ERA. That's getting it done. That is not having more than maybe one subpar start in the season. It's pretty much domination from wire to wire. And when you can do that against good hitters today that are looking to get the ball.
That one ripped. Bangs off the wall. Alvarez throws to second, but he's in there easily.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
And next to hit for the Sox, Minnie Minoso. Righty delivers, fouls one away, and now 3-2. Packed house here at Minute Maid. And a 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Three-two on the way. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
3-2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And there's one down.
That is third. The first baseman.
Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Big challenge for them today as they take on a pitcher who brings electric stuff and really racks up the strikeouts.
Yeah, and it's all about making good contact against a pitcher like this. You're not going to get very many pitches to hit in an at-bat, maybe even in a game. So you got to be ready, zoned in the spot where you think you've got the best chance and jump all over it. Might be the first pitch in the at-bat, so you better walk up there ready from the jump. If they can make early, consistent contact, I think they'll have a much better shot against him.
Man at second. And that's in for a strike. Runner at second here, one gone. The 2-2. Outside. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike three, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
And now Paul Konerko. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Aparicio at second with two down. Next offering misses down and away.
Doubled up on the slider away. Two-seamer here. Just watch and see.
Next pitch is downstairs. Harold Baines up next for the White Sox. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That'll fire up the dugout, and that gives them a lead. It's 2-0. That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
And up next for Chicago, Harold Baines. Lifted in the air, right center field. Brantley in position. And that is that. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Houston and getting to start, Dylan Cease. And he comes in off a really nice season on the hill, Chris.
An ERA in the low twos last year. So consistent, so dependable. Talk about a skipper who's got a guy like that that's going to go out there and not just keep them in the ball game, but really give them an opportunity to win a ball game, even if it's a low-scoring day for the offense. That's who he was last season. And if he's even close to that this year, I think they'll be really happy with his performance.
The wind of the pitch. Cease. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. The wind of the pitch. And that one fouled off. So now 3-2. And he walked him.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
And that's a base hit. Robert hustles it back in. Rudder stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here's a big power threat. Jeff Bagwell. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution.
And it gets by him. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Digging in, Craig Biggio. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. And the pitch. Sliced down the right side.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
He goes down looking.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Kicks and fires.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Ground ball could be 2. Andrews tossed to second, and that's 2. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And the home team down a run. Back after this on the show. Back here in Houston, and now it's Luis Robert.
The center fielder, Luis Robert.
And the righty deals. And there's a ball. And that's too high. Freddie Ferguson behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. And the right-hander's 3-1. And that one hammered. And out of here. Luis Robert hits one out. And they boost their lead. It's 3-1.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Here is Moncada. And strike 2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Not close with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a pop-up. Biggio moves towards it. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
Batting it, the catcher, Sebi Zavala.
And now, Sebi Zavala. The wide to kick the pitch. They say it went.
1-2.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
See how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing. That high fastball, you have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
That's a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting 9, The second baseman, Elvis Andrews.
One down. Elvis Andrews steps to the plate for the White Sox. Next offering is in for a strike. Zavala at first, one gone. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's out number 2.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
The next pitch misses. 3-1 now. Minnie Minoso waiting for a turn at the plate. The 3-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
3-2. This to third. Out number 3. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Welcome back. Bottom half of inning number 2. And stepping in for the Astros, Yordan Alvarez. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. Yordan Alvarez blasts one out. That's his 99th career homer, and they cut into the deficit. It's 3-2.
There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of
here. Here's Alex Bregman. Way inside, and that hit him.
I don't care what some players might say. Nobody likes getting hit by a pitch unless you're in an 0-2 count and there's a knuckleballer out there on the mound.
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Right-hander kicks, deals. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Kwan Galigalau in the on-deck circle. Three-two now. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
So here we go again with the walks. It's been a real struggle finding the zone for him in the past. Now, even if they get out of this jam, these walks add pressure and stress to the entire team.
Trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. The 1-1 is upstairs. 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Pitch is in there, and it's 1-2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
One and two now. Altuve waits. Got him swinging.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Bregman, the lead runner at second. Pena at first. 2 out of the inning. And that one almost got him. The 2-1. Just off the outside part of the plate. Jeff Bagwell, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. And the 3-1. This one high in the air to left center. Long run, nice grab. And that is that. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. On to the third inning. And now Minnie Minoso.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That misses, and it's 2-1.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Got him. One gone here.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Frank Thomas digs in now. He's 0 for 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Some high cheese for strike 3.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Next is the designated hitter, Paul Konerko. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. And 1-2.
1-2. Out.
In the dirt. The throw to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back as we go to the last of the third. Now, Jeff Bagwell. Here's a 1-1. And he pumps it a strike.
Well, these Astros showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Set down on strikes. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Now it's going to be Craig Biggio. That's a little bit low.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Bounce back to the mound, and that chance handled. Not in time, and he reaches safely.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Kyle Tucker up next for the Astros. He hit into a double play his first time up. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, you go after him and finish him off.
Left-hand batter waits. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count, 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. Next pitch misses way outside. Biggio at second with 2 down. Next one misses. Full count, 3-2.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Payoff pitch. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Third baseman number 2, Alex.
And now it's Alex Bregman, hit by a pitch his first time up. One, 2 now. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here at the ballpark, start of the 4th, and now the right fielder, Harold Baines.
Harold Baines.
Left-hand hitter waits. And that's outside. This one in the air, center field. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Luis Robert now. He's already homered in this one. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here is Yohan Moncada. He's 0 for 1.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Got it by him for the K. Nothing doing for the White Sox, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Back here at Minute Maid Park, bottom four, here's a speed threat, Jeremy Pena. For all the big postseason hits Jeremy Pena has come up with, remember, he replaced the Gold Glove shortstop at Carlos Correa, and then in his first year, won the Gold Glove himself.
1-2.
Strike two.
Yeah, and that can be a challenge sometimes for the younger players, Boog. They're really good at the exceptional, extraordinary type of play, but the routine plays is where they tend to rack up those errors, but not the case for Jeremy Pena. Just cool, calm, and collected.
Here comes a pitch. In the dirt. Throw over to Thomas. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Tell you what, those are the types of guys pitchers really like to punch out when they're on the mound, because if they get on, just the distraction that they create with all that speed over on the base pass, it can take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run. He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The punch out there, 2 down.
Now, the designated hitter.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. A strikeout and a walk. The pitch. Now a fly ball to right center. Baines sprinting after it. High bounce, takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double.
That was loud contact and a no doubt double off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen, though, and he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
Here's Michael Brantley, 1 for 2. Man on second, 2 down. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is the third out of the inning. 1 left for Houston, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Seby Zavala. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Alvarez in position. Brings it in, and there's one away.
The batter number 1, second baseman.
Here's Elvis Andrus. His first at bat was a strikeout. And he deals. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. 2-2 now.
That's the ball. You got a full count.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. That one hit to right. He dives but can't hang on. That's a base hit. The throw in, not going to get him. He's in there.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So up next for Chicago, Minnie Minoso. Aparicio on at second with 2 down. And that's ball 4.
Runner take your base.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life. If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
Two on, 2 outs. And a count 1-2. And a pitch. And that one hit 97 on the gun. White Sox strand a couple, but they're up 3-2. Back here in Houston, and here is Jeff Bagwell. The pitch. And that skips in the dirt. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Activity in the bullpen. Aaron Bummer, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Kelly, the right-hander, also getting loose. And the 2-2. Check swing, appeal to first. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Number 7, second baseman, Craig Biggio.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Craig Biggio. Left field. Minoso drifts towards it. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Now back, the right fielder, Kyle.
So next up for Houston, Kyle Tucker. Here's a 1-2. Popped up. Moncada sizing this one up. He's got it. That is the inning. Astros are down quietly. They're down 3-2. Top of the 6th inning.
Leading
And now the
off
DH, Paul Konerko.
Paul Konerko.
In the air out towards right center. Tucker should have it. He's there. He's got it. 1 away.
The batter, the right fielder, Harold.
So up next, Harold Baines. The wind and the pitch. That one the other way, and that's a base hit.
Now batting.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. J.R. Richard gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Jose Urquidy on the pitch here. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Next to hit, Luis Robert. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Kicks and deals. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Baines around second, headed for third. Across is the runner from first, and they lead by 2.
I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And now Yohan Moncada. The pitch.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
He's going.
He's trying for third. Pitch misses. And now a wide throw to third.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. It wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
Robert stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Sebi Zavala now at the plate. Right-handed reliever. Swings and misses. 1-2. And a pitch. Got him. And there's 2 away. Stepping in, Elvis Andrus, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Andrews.
2 outs. Check swing, and he held up. And that one fouled off. Next offering misses. 3-2 now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now here is Luis Aparicio.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
Next pitch is outside, and a count 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2-1 now, 2 aboard, and another ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
The 3-1. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
Got to out.
And they're all loaded up.
Runner take the base.
The left fielder, number 9.
Minnie Minoso, the next to hit. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Righty to the plate. That misses off the outside edge.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Next pitch misses, and it's 3-2. Frank Thomas in the on-deck circle for the White Sox. The pitch. Ground ball to Bagwell. He'll do it himself. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. It's the White Sox 5 and the Astros 2. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Kelly.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. He's already homered here in this one.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
The 1-1. That one missed.
Well, these Astros really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Kicks and fires. And now the count filled up 3-2.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And here it comes. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. At the belt and fires. Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Third baseman, number 2.
Now it's Alex Bregman.
Bregman.
The 3-1. On the ground to third. Moncada. And they get Bregman for the out.
The batter, number 3. Shortstop, Jeremy.
2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for Houston, Jeremy Pena. And foul ball. And the right-hander deals. On the ground to third. Over to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They trail at 5-2. Top of inning number 7. Leading off, Frank Thomas.
The first baseman, number 35. Frank Thomas.
And down on strikes. Now one away.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And next is the designated hitter, Paul Konerko. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a two-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
The wind of the pitch. Out towards right center field. Tucker should have it. Hauls it in, and there's two away.
The right fielder, number 3, Harold.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Harold Baines. 1 for 3. The wind of the pitch. That misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's in there at the knees. 2-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Down in order go the White Sox. And it remains 5-2. Set for the last half of the 7th. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Kwan Galigalao.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And the righty deals. Bouncer to the big hurt. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now back the designated hitter, Jose.
So the batting order turns over. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Now a check swing, but he held up. In for a strike, 2-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Ronaldo Lopez gets handed the rock out of the pen. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. Now Michael Brantley steps in. Next pitch is outside. Movement in the bullpen. Liam Hendricks up and throwing. Here's a 2-1. That to right. Baines gets under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Astros. And the deficit remains 5-2. We go to the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Him looking, that's a strikeout.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And here is Yoan Moncada. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to third, and he went around. Ruled a swing. The wide to kick the pitch. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Back there. And that ball is out of here. He'll touch them all. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 6-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And now here is Seby Zavala. 2-1 now. Just missed.
Ball.
The 3-1. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Zavala stands at first with one out. Grounder might be two. Bregman over to second, and it's a double play to end the inning. But the White Sox get one on a homer. It's now 6-2. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Houston, ready for the bottom of the eighth. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeff Bagwell. The 1-1. That's through there for a strike. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Kendall Graveman up and loosening in the pen. Bummer getting loose as well. The 1-2. Comebacker to the mound. Throws to first. Bagwell out on the play.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Craig Biggio. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Gets the slider in there for a strike. The other way, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So next up for Houston, Kyle Tucker. There's a swing and a drive. He blasts one out to right. His first homer of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 6-4.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. You saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Yordan Alvarez up next for the Astros. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
Third baseman number 2, Alex.
Sheesh. Singy, that was a laser shot. And a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
New pitcher for the White Sox, Garrett Crochet.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Alex Bregman up next for the Astros. On a strike. The pitch. Still only one out here in the inning. And now the lefty. And that one is lifted in the air. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
The batter, the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
Making a move at first. Pinch running here. Chas McCormick. Runners at the corners here, one away. Now it's the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. The 2-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Drops into the glove. Here comes the runner from third. A big run scores on the sac fly, and they trail by one.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
And next to hit for Houston, Kwan Galigalau. And a 1-1. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
Right now they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And now it's 1-2. On the ground to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Through 8 full, it's the White Sox 6 and the Astros 5. The Astros turn to a new arm on the mound, Brian Abreu.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So coming into the game now on defense, Mauricio Dubon. He's the new third baseman. And the batter will be the shortstop, Luis Aparicio. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Right-hander kicks, deals, and now 1-2.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Minnie Minoso steps to the plate for the White Sox. And a 2-1 on the way. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Hogan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does. Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Toss to Bagwell, and the White Sox go quietly. 3 up, 3 down for him there. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, due up. It's the White Sox 6 and the Astros 5. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Liam Hendricks. A chance at his first save of the year. So the lineup flips over at the plate. Jose Altuve. The 1-1 is fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him a chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
And Michael Brantley is going to come up to hit. Righty delivers. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
In the air, right field. Baines gets under it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The first baseman, number 5, Jeff.
Astros down to their last out. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeff Bagwell.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
Here's a tapper towards short. Aparicio. Throw to first. Ball game. And the White Sox hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, his first save of the season is in the books, and that was a nice job of him coming in the game and closing it out. He's off and running now.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious White Sox, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Astros, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 24 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Minute Maid Park, 41,168. The Astros thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.